to my channel. It's Diamondmum here. I want to say a big thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you. It means a lot to me. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing a very important and emotional topic. I'm going to be discussing about love. Some days ago, I was opportune to be in the same space with a man. Actually, this man never occurred to me to be a married man, and I wasn't really interested in his conversation. But along the line, something struck me. He was actually having a conversation with a friend, and then I was picking some things about the lady. Is she a kid? She's this, she's that. But then this conversation was so long that I couldn't help but just listen, because obviously I was in the same space. Now, this man was actually a married man, or will I say he was married, but he's separated. Okay, he's separated. They're actually a separated couple. And then this man was actually going on about how his wife, who is past 30, of course she's not a kid to him, and then he expects her to actually know some certain things, to be matured in some areas. They've been married for 5 years, but they actually got separated in the 3rd year of their marriage. And in this man's conversation, in his voice, I could hear so much. I could feel the pain, like the torture. The man said that it was actually like that this his wife, his separated wife, actually threatens his life, like to the extent that she doesn't even know where he lives currently. And then it was going on about how, okay, people would get interested in their case, and then they would want to settle them. They would be back together. After a while, she flares up and then she leaves. That it seems she actually enjoys her father's house and so on. And then something struck me that I'm sure these two would be in so much love before, because judging from the man's tone, from the way the man sounds, he feels nothing but resentment for this lady at this point. He feels so much, if I'm to use the word, hate. But this was a lady that he was so much in love with. They could not stay a day without calling each other baby this, honey this. It got me thinking that in our marriage counseling class, of course, before you get married, you have to go through some counseling classes and so on. In our marriage counseling classes, we were majorly taught that, okay, marriage is not a bed of roses and it's not also a bed of thorns. You have the ups and downs. There will be time you need to sacrifice, you need to communicate, you need to come and all those stuff. And then, but do you love each other enough to get married? Do you this? But in these classes, we are not told that even though you love your partner, there are days when you would feel nothing but dislike for that partner. There are days when you feel nothing but disgust. There are days when you be like, it seems I made a mistake. There are days when you be like, please, I'm fed up. Where both the man or the woman, when you be frustrated, you wish, if it was when you were single, at least you would not be passing through this, you would be able to do this. But the difference between boyfriend and girlfriend relationship and then husband and wife is that if it's boyfriend and girlfriend, once you're tired, once you start to feel resentment, you can easily break up, and then before 1 month you meet another person. But in husband and wife, even if you want to break up, you decided to break up because you can no longer stand each other, you can no longer stand the sight of your partner, it has to go through some process. It will not just happen boom. So even if you pack out, you'll still be legally attached to that person. Maybe you have kids, or then your divorce papers are not ready, and so on. Sometimes we think the only problems in marriage is infidelity, childlessness, financial instability, lack of trust, this and this, like some temptations here and there. But let me shock you. There are some couples that you would describe as being perfect. Is it money they have? Is it children they have it? What is it that they don't have? The husband does not cheat, the wife does not cheat. They are very prayerful, they are this, but then in their marriage, in their relationship, they both know that something is missing. They actually yearn for something. They yearn to be okay, to be closer, to have then these couples might actually in their quiet time start to think that how did they suddenly go from so much love for each other to dislike, to being comfortable, to being happy when they are not together? And then they feel a certain peace, certain rest when they are not together. But in spite of all things, the biggest mistake that can be done, the biggest mistake that will be done that can affect the marriage is making a decision in such time. Couples often tend to forget that marriage is work, marriage is intentionality. You need to work. They actually try, and okay, let's try, let's see if we'll make it work. But the other partner in his mind is like, see, this thing, I'm not feeling you. If you're touching yourself, I don't used to feel anything, something like that. So they forget that you need to put in work. You need to work hard for you to make this thing work. And it would not just happen in a day. It is a process, a gradual process that you need to bring out. But the first step to this, the first tangible step to enkindling that love back, to bringing that spark back into your marriage, it starts with you. The first thing you need to do is, you as an individual partner in that relationship, you need to find your happiness in yourself. Nobody can make you happy. If you go into marriage with the notion of my partner will make me happy, fine, your partner will make you happy, but there are some days where the happiness that your partner is giving you will not be enough. You need to discover what makes you happy, and that is where your self-discovery, self-improvement comes in. You need to be able to find some time alone and then discover those things that make you happy. Because if you're not happy in yourself, your partner, everything that your partner is doing would be like, it would be irritating to you, because what are you doing? So you need to be able to make yourself happy. Then after you both have found your individual happiness, you can find the happiness of the relationship. There are so many elements that come to play in marriage, and this thing, that's why you need to have the knowledge of these things before venturing into marriage. That is where commitment comes in. That is where compromise comes in. Okay, what is the bone of contention? I want A, you want B. Okay, for the sake of our relationship, can we just meet at a middle point? And then that is compromise. There are some separation stories or divorce stories that you would hear. You will be surprised at what led to their separation, to their divorce. To you, it's nothing tangible, but to them, it was actually weighing them down. It was telling so much on the relationship that they had to part ways for both their sanity. That brings us to the notion that love is not always enough. Fine and good, love is a good place to start from, to build your marriage. You can't go into a marriage without loving this person, but love doesn't have that sustaining power to be able to withhold these rocks, these discomforts, these uncertainties that might set in. And that is where the much work comes in marriage. When love fails, you have to put in so much intentionality, you have to put in so much hard work, so much commitment, so much understanding, so much sacrifices. You cannot be selfish and then you expect to make it work. Please avoid the mistake of taking crucial decisions during this period, because at that point in time you cannot make any rational decision. Your state of mind is messed up. You actually feel nothing but resentment for this person, and if you're asked to pick, will you go or will you stay, of course you will choose to leave for your sanity. So the worst mistake you would do is to make a decision during this period. But also don't forget that it is normal. See, every couple go through this phase. It is those couples that go through this phase and come out, they actually come out stronger and successful. There is no marriage, there is no person. all marriage, it doesn't reign everywhere quite all right. That's where you hear infidelity, domestic violence, and so on. But this little thing, in fact, you can't even place your hand on it. It's something that you as an individual, you just feel that there is something missing. Every couple at one point in time, they actually went through this, but it is the decision, it is the intentionality to make it work that would make them to be a successful couple, that would make their marriage to be a successful one. Love is a feeling. When that feeling fails, when that feeling is no longer there, when that feeling goes on a holiday, you need to call in the work. You need to take charge and make the marriage work. Thank you for listening. This is my 1 cent on the notion that love is not always enough. If you like this video, please leave your comments below, and then you can also drop your idea on this topic. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share. Thank you, and see you in the next video. Bye.